The beauty about playing and covering Souls-like games is that it's never ending. It's the very definition of evergreen, and there's always games to play and talk about. I love seeing how developers take the Souls formula and then make it their own, giving us more of what we want, but with different twists and game mechanics to mix things up. Sometimes these games even show us how the Souls formula can be made even better. And when looking ahead to the Souls-like games coming soon, I geek out thinking these games can do that very thing. Not only that, but what kind of difficulty and challenge they will bring as well. So I want to look at and focus on these games and predict how hard they're going to kick my butt this year. So let's go. Do you want to see me cover these games I'm about to list? Hit the sub button if you haven't yet. Let's do this. First up, we have the first of Wulong Fallen Dynasty's DLC, and that is now available today. I love Wulong, and I've enjoyed sharing my experience with it on this channel through videos and live streams, and I can't wait to get my butt kicked on the DLC because I anticipate that the DLC will be harder. Overall, I felt Wulong was like a 6 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, but my prediction is that the DLC will up that score a point or two. We're gonna see, and I'm super excited to play it. Next, we have Remnant II. Yes, Dark Souls with guns. The first Remnant was a fantastic twist on the Souls genre, and also was so slept on by gamers. What a treat that game was, and I really can't wait to play the sequel. Of all the games I talk about in this vid though, I think this is the one that will be the easiest. The first Remnant wasn't too difficult, and maybe it's because it's combat with guns and I was able to keep more of a distance, but it did definitely feel a bit easier. Also, part 2 is looking like we're going to have even more tools for us to utilize, such as more character classes, dogs that will help us, and other features that were not in the first game. They're about to Elden Ring Remnant is what I'm thinking. More tools, more items, more things for us to use and make it easier. I can't wait for this game. Next, we have Blasphemous II. Ah yes, the Souls-like Metroidvania with the religious undertone. The first game was awesome, and boy did it really give it to me at times. I think what makes Blasphemous and other 2D Souls-like / Metroidvania-likes more difficult is the platforming. Platforming comes with the territory, and when you are caught in a Souls-like formula, but also trying to platform, it can be rough. I went through the same thing with Hollow Knight, which to me is one of the, if not the hardest Souls-like game in my experience. Blasphemous is not that far behind and can be very difficult. So for the sequel, I'm anticipating that they up it a notch and really bend us over even harder. And then we have Lies of P. After playing the demo and getting a taste of how this game feels and its Bloodborne inspiration behind it, I do feel that this one will be pretty difficult, especially for me and having to get those perfect parries, because I am not the best at parrying, and so I think that alone will give me some trouble. I think the bosses are gonna tear us up, honestly. Lies of P has some very big differences to games like Bloodborne, which will make it interesting to not only play, but also cover on my channel. I feel like there's gonna be a lot to discuss with that game. Also, I'm very happy to see how upfront the developers are with showing this game through the demo, breakdown videos, and multiple trailers. It shows to me that the developers are confident. I think of this whole group of games, Lies of P may be the one that really stands out for the masses. So I can't wait to see what happens. So that's one Bloodborne-like game, right? But what if we took Bloodborne and mashed it with Blasphemous, the other game we just talked about? Because that is what The Last Faith looks to be. Look at this thing. Here we are again with the 2D Souls-like Blasphemous, but with some Bloodborne paint on top, and it looks awesome. This game will probably be in line with the Blasphemous type of difficulty as well, but I predict it won't be as harsh. Kumi Souls Games is the developer, and I'm not too familiar with them, so we'll see how they do. I'm anxious to play this one though, and to see how they tap into Soulsborne. And lastly, we have Lords of the Fallen. And this is the one that is looking to be the most next gen and the closest to being a Dark Souls love letter in terms of look and gameplay. This is absolutely a Souls-like, and I'm really hoping in the best ways. I'm rooting very hard for this game now that I'm really paying attention to it, because for a while I wasn't. For whatever reason, it just kind of slipped my mind. But now I'm really looking at this one to come through for us. Having two worlds, different types of traversal, and really big scope bosses, I think that will make this game stand out. The gameplay is looking very smooth too. And as far as difficulty, I feel like this game can be deceiving. It looks hard, but it may turn out easier than I think. Or on the flip side, I'll go into it thinking it'll be easier and then get my butt handed to me. I think either way, I'm going to get faked out a little bit. Regardless though, this game looks phenomenal, especially graphically. It reminds me of Mortal Shell, but with a way bigger budget. And that alone has me geeking out because I loved Mortal Shell. And I really felt that was a love letter to Souls. And that's the list I have for you guys. I really can't wait to play all of these games. And the crazy thing is that this is just this year. Every year that's to come, we're gonna get even more and more of Souls-like and Soulsborne games to keep us happy. And not to mention this little game called Elden Ring. I don't know if you've heard of it. Yeah, that DLC is coming soon. So we are eating out here. We're feasting, and I can't get enough. So yeah, that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think about all these games, if you're looking forward to them, which ones you're gonna pick up. And if there's anything I didn't list and you're looking forward to, let me know that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.